we go. Looking at the dog. My floor, I mean, I'm curious to what it looks like, but it is more of like a orangish brown, and I'm curious if the Galaxy Z Fold 6 has like stripped a lot of that color out. Yoongi, good boy, good boy. But at the same time, when I look at my dog through the Z Fold 6, and maybe it will look different when I look at it on my computer, but he looks a little bit too orangey on my Z Fold 6. But the floor looks more natural correct with the way that is. I'm gonna flip these around. All right, we got both of these on me now at this point. Both shooting in 4K. These are the back cameras. The whole video is in 4K. So hopefully that will give you an indication. Oh, here we go with some light behind me. What do you guys think? I'll turn with the light. Think of the microphones as well. What do you guys think? And then we'll flip these around again. Not turning these off. Here is ultra wide. How it handles the light and stuff like that. Come here, Young. Hi, Yoongi. Good boy. What do you guys think? Here is the portrait video from the front camera. Just wanted to show this one off as well to see if one looked a little bit better within portrait mode. Let me know what you think. The house is good because it's sunny outside and the house is a little bit shaded, but obviously the sun's coming in. All right, guys, I am looking at the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Here it is. Let's see how that light would be actually interesting. Let's get the light involved. How these cameras handle the light. That's a good one. Do a 360. There we go. What do you guys think on that? Looking good. Stabilization, microphones. You got to remember all that stuff when you're looking at these. And these cameras theoretically are the same. Obviously, the software and the whatever algorithms they've done would make it a little bit different. Okay, so the pictures on the Fold 5 versus the Fold 6, I feel like, when I look at both of them, they both come out pretty clear and sharp. I feel like the color, though, I think I liked it maybe a little bit better on the Fold 6, though, and it seemed more consistent. It handles light behind the person as well better. Just in general, the Fold 6 definitely took a better, clearer photo versus the Fold 5. And then with video, the video was pretty close in terms of almost everything about it. I felt like the Fold 6 took a brighter video versus the Fold 5, and that the Fold 5 did take good video. It just came off almost like a little bit darker and not as clear as the Fold 6. And I made sure the lenses were clean as well, so it couldn't have been that. So ultimately, I think the Fold 6 definitely is a better video and photo camera. Now, by a long shot, maybe not, but I would say maybe 25 to 35% better than the Fold 5. And I think that's a pretty good mark in terms of its quality. All right, let's first talk about the looks of both of these phones. I have the blue color in both of these. They both look awesome. They're both matte colored, so you don't have any shiny reflectiveness on the back of the phone. Galaxy Z Fold 6 is squared off. Z Fold 5 is rounded. I know my wife prefers the rounded look, but I like the squared off edges. I think it looks more executive, more sleek, more sexy. I like the way it looks better. I do like the cameras as well, better on the Z Fold 6. I like these like rings around the camera. Again, it makes it look definitely more premium, even though they're basically the same camera. I'm just gonna open this up so you can see the hinge a little bit on this. The hinge looks basically identical on both of these. I do like the color on the blue one better, this Galaxy Z Fold 6, because it is a blue color rather than just being like a silverish color. Beyond that, we got the front displays, which you can see what they look like here. Put that on me. There we go. It's unlocked. Again, I think the Z Fold 6 looks better. The squared off edges, less bezel. They have the same side, buttons and fingerprints and all that stuff. Not really any different with that. Here's what they look like side by side opened up. Z Fold 6 definitely feels wider, which I guess it just is a tiny bit, but it definitely feels bigger, like wider. But even though, like, again, you look at these side by side, they're basically the same size phone. There's very little difference. The weight difference is, you can definitely feel it on the Z Fold 6. It's lighter on the Z Fold 6, which is nice. Thinness, doesn't feel like a whole lot of difference, honestly. So overall, design, look and feel, Z Fold 6 the winner. All right, let's check out a speaker test here. I'll just play my newest video. We'll hear the just regular talking. I have volume up on both. Dolby Atmos is set to auto on both. This has never happened to me before, at least from what I can remember, where I ordered a Samsung Galaxy phone, especially during the pre-order period. This has never happened to me before, at least from what I can remember, where I ordered a Samsung Galaxy phone, especially during the pre-order period, and I've had to wait past the pre-order period, Just speaking alone, when I'm listening to these, Galaxy Z Fold 6 definitely sounds more full, definitely sounds like a better speaker overall, for sure. Volume seems about the same, but the sound is definitely better out of the Z Fold 6. The other thing while I'm here is I'll mention the video colors. I guess we'll get back to that. Let's do a song next. Big difference. Bass and overall quality of sound, much better on the Z Fold 6. Z Fold 5, not terrible, but definitely a clear winner with the Z Fold 6 speakers. Next, I wanted to show you the screens. And it's really, really crazy. I have both of these phones on vivid mode. I have this one turned up all the way for the vividness, because if you don't turn the vividness all the way up on the Z Fold 6, the colors are pretty flat. And even still, you can see when you just look at my face, for me, I personally prefer the colors on the Z Fold 5. The colors are just more vibrant. They seem more true to life as well. It seems like all the colors have been sucked out of my face. This is definitely more real. I am a lot more red, like this color shows. And hopefully you can see that from what I'm recording right here. Definitely like it better on the Z Fold 5 in terms of colors. Now we'll just play them both right now so they show here. You can see me better. I'll zoom out a little bit. Yeah, it's really, really interesting stuff to see the color. I prefer the color on that one. I don't know. Maybe some people would prefer the color on this, but this definitely looks more natural and more real to me of what the color of my skin really is like. All right, we're gonna jump into this Parrot photo first. You can see the colors are absolutely insane on these. The colors, when I look at them in the video, a lot closer to each other. They're both playing in 4K HDR. We're gonna jump to this scene where you can see both of the red colors. It's a huge difference. The red is a lot more rich on the Z Fold 5. So for looks of the display, it's hard to say this, but I think I'm gonna have to choose the Z Fold 6 as the better colors that I like. And then what about the smaller displays? I have the Z Fold 6 at the bottom, Z Fold 5 on the top. And yeah, it's funny, the Z Fold 6 looks brighter to me, and I guess it should because it's a brighter display. The colors are fairly close, but I actually think I like the vibrancy better on the Z Fold 6 better. Displays, the front one, I like the Z Fold 6 better, but on the inside displays, I prefer the Galaxy Z Fold 5 better in terms of just the colors and that. I think it has a better look to the colors overall. We'll see if things change with an update to the Z Fold 6, which is what they ended up doing with the S24 Ultra. It seems like they're going on a kind of a different design language with the colors of their display. but kind of interesting stuff to say the least. Now, brightness surprised me. I did a test the other day, and the Z Fold 6 did come out on top in terms of it being a little bit brighter, but not as massive as the numbers would have made you to believe. Z Fold 5 was still just as bright in a lot of instances, even at their most bright and set to extra bright on both displays. The Z Fold 5 definitely holds up, but I get to give the slight edge in terms of what I could see with my naked eye to the Z Fold 6 being the brighter display. Software-wise, you're getting basically the same experience. There's a few things that are different, but they'll end up coming to the Z Fold 5 as well. But if you're using these phones, you probably wouldn't really notice a lot of stuff on the surface in terms of what you see day to day on here. It's going to seem very, very similar. Again, there's a couple of things that are different. You get Galaxy AI there. You don't have it, just sitting in on here at all. I think it's under advanced features or something. But yeah, you have it's just sitting here as a main thing. And then also I know there's some stuff in the phone app, and you got some stuff with the S Pen that's on the Z Fold 6 that's not on the Z Fold 5 currently. But overall, the software experience is very similar, but I have to give it to the edge right now to the Z Fold 6 because it has newer software. Also with the software experience, you're going to get 7 years of software updates for the OS and for the security updates for the Z Fold 6. On the Z Fold 5, you get 5 years for OS updates, so you're not going to get a full 7 like you will with the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So again, I'd give the win to the Galaxy Z Fold 6. Speed and smoothness. Now, I've just basically been using the Z Fold 6 for a little bit at this point in terms of being able to really put it to its paces, but generally, both phones feel fast. I'd have to give the slight edge in terms of smoothness currently to the Z Fold 6. It does feel a little bit smoother in terms of its animations and its overall day-to-day usage of the phone. And, you can't deny that. You just can't. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit smoother, you're going to want to go with the Z Fold 6. But just day-to-day operations, you're not going to notice a huge difference. All right, here is Roblox. Again, I'm not a big gamer, especially on the phone, but I did want to show just a little clip of these games running on here. You'll get better gaming performance on the Z Fold 6. It is a faster processor, which I'll show you a Geekbench test in just a moment here, but you can see both of these are going to run great. I'll just run around just a little bit here and show you what this is all about. Jumping, there's a little bit of lag right there, but it's probably just more the internet, or the game's not optimized. It won't have any trouble running this. I have this graphics turned all the way up on the Z Fold 6 and the Z Fold 5, but in terms of what you're actually doing in this game, it's going to look fantastic. Both of them look very, very similar. You can see no problems with the Z Fold 5 either. HN2 versus HN3, we could definitely do a deeper dive into this, but simple gaming, 3D gaming like this looks great on both. All right, so this finished up. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 obviously has a better score. It finished before the Galaxy Z Fold 5, and at points it was like 10-15% further into the test than the Z Fold 5 was, but it only finished maybe, I didn't fully time it. I saw it finished at 32 past the hour, and then this one finished at 32 past the hour as well. But it was probably, if I had to guess, I didn't have a stop timer, I would guess it was about 45 seconds later. So single core score, 2063 versus 1841, and then 6289 versus 4818. So multi-core score is a huge win on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So, anything you're going to do, you're going to get much better performance out of the Z Fold 6. So that's always great to see. So performance, the winner, definitely the Z Fold 6. In terms of battery life, I'm not happy with battery life on the Z Fold 5 really at all. Z Fold 6 does beat it a little bit for me anyway. I haven't had it long enough and full time enough to really tell you yes, it is amazing. It is so much better. I'll be able to tell you later on, but just in terms of what I have right here, Z Fold 6 seemingly is beating it in battery life with what I've got, but again, not by a huge amount. I think the biggest surprise to me in just comparing these phones was the display on the Z Fold 5, the colors on it are really what I love about Samsung displays. And seeing it on the Fold 6 just the colors look really flat and natural. And a lot of people like that look. I'm not one of them. And I hope they push out an update for the Fold 6 so that you can make the colors more inky and dark and rich like you can on a Fold 5. But I think beyond that, the Fold 6 is definitely a better phone. It's a better designed phone. It looks better with the design. The displays, beyond the colors and the brightness of the displays not being a huge difference in the brightness, the cameras are better on the Fold 6, FOV video and photo. The performance is better, definitely a lot more horsepower behind it if you need it, along with just better day-to-day animations and feel to it. You can get many more years of updates on the Fold 6. The Fold 6 also has just a better overall feel to it, beyond the design and the software and everything just feeling perfectly as one. It's a really perfectly designed Galaxy phone, if that makes sense. Now, the bigger outside display does make a little bit of a difference on here, which is always a nice thing to have, and a little bit better extra battery life on there too. So there are some things that I can see why somebody would want to upgrade to the Fold 6, but then I can also see why someone would be like, I just want to stay with the Fold 5. I'll see what Samsung puts out in the future, or what Google or OnePlus puts out. Totally makes sense with me. But if you want to pick up a Fold 6, link down below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Peace.